In this video, I am going to teach you how to create CRUD application using Firebase Firestore with MVVM architecture, and I will use GetX for state management. So let's start. This is the empty project. Firstly, I am going to create the structure of MVVM. I have created 3 folders here, one for the model, one for view, and one for view underscore model. We will put all the models here, and inside view we will put all the view which will interact with the user. So, and inside the view model we will put all the view models where we will write all the logics. Okay, I'm going to create one view here. So the view will be a student view. Just copy this and create dart file here, and the dart file name will be student view. Import material.dart here. Just take stateful widget and the name will be student view. Okay, go to main.dart, and here we need to import this which we have created now. Okay, just import this. So you can see it is imported here. Here I will use safe area. And inside safe area I will use scaffold. Okay, I will change it when we will use dynamic data, so don't worry. Firstly, now our next step is to add Firebase into our project. So go to console.firebase.google.com here. Okay, and just so this is the URL, console.firebase.google.com, and then go to add project, enter your project name, press continue here, and select your account, or you can create another account here. And select your country here, and accept this and create project. Just go to manifest file, just go to Android folder and then open app folder, go to build.gradle, inside app, and in the Android go to build.gradle, open both build.gradle files. Okay, and then here inside min SDK version we need to change it with 23 SDK, and here in the target SDK version we need to pass 33. Okay, and in the compile SDK version we will also have to change with 33 SDK. Okay, and and just copy this application ID and go to here and just continue. Go to Android section and just press and hit, and here we need to paste this application ID. Okay, and here we need to specify app nickname. So our app nickname is crud. Then we will have to enter this register app and download this google services.json file. You can see it is downloading. Now hit on next. Just copy this class path from here and paste here. Just copy this google services com.google.gms google services and cut this and remove this and then paste here. Okay, we need to apply this plugin, google services plugin here. And copy this dependency, paste here, copy this also and paste here. Now close these all build.gradle files and then go to pubsec.yml file, and here we need to add some dependencies. So add cloud underscore firestore just add these all dependencies and hit on pub.get. So you can see all dependencies have been imported successfully. Now go to main.dart file and then here add async, remove this const, use await here and write widget flutter binding dot ensure initialize here and then Firebase
So write widget flutter binding dot ensure initialized and firebase dot initialized app. Just cut this from here and paste here and write with await. Okay. Now I am going to run this application and check this application either it is working or not. Okay. So I'm going to attach my device. You can see I have attached my device, and after running the application we get this error. So I have forgotten to add this Google services.json file into our project which we have downloaded. Okay, so just go to the download folder and copy this Google services file and go inside Android folder. Inside app we will have to paste this Google services.json file. Okay, and then now I'm going to run this application. Now you can see our application has been launched. No issues are there. So our Firebase is added successfully. And the student view is the visible screen which is now showing. Okay, so I am going to add one floating button here. for student edition. So now you can see I have added one plus button here. By this button I will open add student form, where we will add students, and in the student view all the student list of students will be visible. So I am going to create one more view here. Import material.dart and take stateful widget here. Go to student view and just copy this return and paste here and remove this floating button. Okay, so this is the home screen, and if I will click this plus icon, then we will navigate to the add student. So I will use, firstly go to main.dart here and type get material app, and here just write get.to and pass your activity name. Activity name is add student, so passed here. After passing this activity name, we can see when we will hit this add button here, when we will hit this plus button, then we can see the add student page is open. Okay, before this we need to go to here in the Firebase project and just press enter, sorry, next, and then press continue to console, and then go to Firebase firestore database, and then here create database, select start in production mode and press on next, and then enable. Now go to rules section and just change with true, false to true, and then publish it. Okay, now go to storage section here. Here we need also to change rules, so false to true, and then publish this. Now all done in Firebase. Now I'm going to I think my device is offline, so I'm going to okay. Now in the add student I will add app bar here. Just go to model here and create one dart file. Create class of student model here. Here I am taking one ID of the student and name. Okay, I am taking ID, name, email, password, image of the student. Okay, now I am going to create the constructor of these all variables. So student model, and here I will pass ID. Here we will create factory and then student model dot from JSON, and here I will pass the type. So the type will be dynamic, which is coming as a JSON. The data which will come as a JSON from Firebase. So now we will create the map, so by which we will insert the students or update the student. Okay, so okay, so our model class is ready.
Okay, our model class is ready, and we have recently added app bar here, so you can see the title of the title, okay, in add student. Now here I will also add title. Okay, now I'm going to design this add student form. So I'm using single child scroll view here, and inside single child scroll view I'm using column. Inside column I'll use all the variables like text fields, buttons, etc. Okay, this is for the image selection. Okay, when we will press this gray circle, then it will open the gallery and we will select the image, and then we will upload it on the Firebase firestore. Okay, Firebase fire storage. Now I'm going to add one more dependency here. Before this I am going to align this with center. I think some issues are there, so and here I will use side box to apply space from above. Okay, so now then here I will take some text fields So similarly for email password, I will create text field. Okay, and here I will take one button, so I am going to use container as button. So you can see our button is also ready. Now I'm going to use some more padding here and just save this. Okay, now our button is also ready. Just go to pub.dev website here and search image picker. Go to installing section, copy this, and inside pubsec.yml file, paste here and just import this. Yes, the package is imported successfully. Now go to readme file from here and just copy this line, paste here, import this, copy this line, gallery line. Okay, here we need to create one method, and the type will be async. Just paste here
Okay, copy this and paste here. Now I am going to take one more variable here, and the type will be file. And inside the method I will use image file equals to file, and here we need to pass the path which is selected. Then use this image dot path. So we will get the path selected, path which is selected by from gallery. Okay, from gallery, and here we need to use set state, so we will get the updated data. Now I am going to copy this method name, and when we will press this gray circle, means our gray circle is this container, so wrap with inkwell, and on tab we will call this method. Okay, this method to choose the image from gallery. Just rerun your application. So you can see I have restarted my application, and when we will hit this gray circle, okay, then we can choose any image from here. Okay, but the image is not showing here, so I'm going to set the condition. Okay, so copy this image file, and here I will set condition. Okay, so I have set the condition. When the image file is null, then we will show this dark circle. If the image is available, means we have chosen the image, then we will select that image, we will show this image. Okay, so now I am going to choose any image. Okay, now I am going to choose one more image from here. So you can see the image is displaying here, but it is not looking fine. So just
add fit box fit dot cover. Okay, so you can see it is showing correctly now. Okay, now it's working fine. Now I'm going to add view model class and I'm going to add our data into Firebase. Create dart file, create class of student view model and extend with GetX controller. I have added one init method because it will call when we will launch this application. Okay, so it will run only at the first time like init state. Now in the add student I am going to add the controller of all text field. And here I'll use text editing controller. Similarly for email controller and password controller. Okay, we have added three controllers, one for the name, one for the email, one for the password. By the help of these controllers we will pass our data into student view model. Okay, so when we will hit this button, then we will pass. So here inside inkwell on tab, firstly I am going to check either it is null or not. So if image file means the selected file is not equal to null, name, email and password will not be null, then we will pass all the data to the student view model. Otherwise, if the given data is null,
Then I will show the message. And we can also pass the color of the text. So I am going to pass text color as white and background color as red. Now if I hit submit button here, and if the text fields are empty, then it is showing form validation error. Okay, if all data are available, then I'm going to pass. So here I've created one method. Firstly, I'm going to create the instance of this student view model here. So and import this student view model here. Collapse this body, copy this and cut this, and then here I will use loading overlay. Here I will use is loading, and the child will be which we have removed recently. So I have to paste this single child scroll view here, and the is loading. Here I'll create one variable, one boolean variable, and the variable type will be boolean and the value will be false. So I'm going to use this here, student new model dot is loading dot value. Actually this is for the progress indicator we will dynamically handle by this view model. So I'm going to use this here. Now I'm going to pass this all variable into the add student method here. Okay, so pass all parameters here. Okay, I have passed all the parameters into this method. So here
and import this file as .io. Now you can see all error has been gone from here. Now if you have .html, then remove this, and this method will be the type of async. Okay, and when we will hit this method, then I am going to use is loading as true. Okay, so the progress indicator will progress dialog will show. Okay, when we will hit this button, and after addition of data, then we will set as false, so the progress indicator will be gone. Now I am going to add this all variable into the Firebase. So add this all past variable into this model. Okay, for image, firstly we will upload this image into the Firebase storage, and then we will get the download URL, and then we will save into the Firebase Firestore database. Firstly I am going to upload this image at the button click. I use upload task to upload the image, and here we will write the query Firebase firestore.instance.reference.child, and the child we will pass the folder name and the image name. Okay, so I'm going to create the unique ID here. This will not repeat uh, in the future, so this is the unique ID. Here I'll use students will be the folder name, and this unique ID will be the user image name.
and then here we'll put the file which is coming from the add student page, so paste here. Okay, now I'll use task snapshot here to get the downloadable URL where we have downloaded the images. So here I will use await and just write upload task, this upload task. Okay, and then now we will use one string snapshot.reference.get download URL. So we will get the URL after uploading this image here. Now we will check if the download URL is not equal to null, means if it is not null, then we will add the data into the Firebase file store. And here I am going to use this download URL. Okay, this query is for image download and get the URL of that image, and now I'm going to write to save all the data into the Firebase file store. Okay, so here inside collection we will define the collection name here. So the collection name is student, and the document ID will be unique ID. Okay, and here I will use set, and then we will set this student model. Okay, dot to map. Okay, that we have created inside student model. Okay, to map. And here I will use then to get the result if it is saved or not. If there is any error, then it will throw error in catch error. So here I will use this get.snackbar to get the message. And we will set is loading dot value as false. Okay, here also, and here also. Okay, Now I'm going to check. Firstly, in the Firebase, you can see there are no any data. Okay, now just press any name here. And press on submit button. I'm going to check my logs. Firstly, we need to add some permissions in the Android folder. Go to Android app and then main. Inside manifest file, so add these all permissions for internet, network state and external storage. Read external storage, write external storage, and here read legacy external storage will be true, and then uses clear traffic true. Okay, then you can see it is processing. Run again, close this manifest file. I'm going to add one more time. Now hit on submit button. Student addition successfully, but we didn't get progress indicator, so we will check. Firstly, I am going to check the data is either added or not. So you can see one student folder is there, and inside student folder we get one image file here, and we have successfully uploaded our image. Now I'm going to check Firebase firestore database. Inside this also we get student folder here, and inside folder we can see this all data saved successfully. Just copy this URL and paste here. Then you can see the image is uploaded successfully also. Now we need to pass the ID of the student here. Just copy this unique ID and paste here. Actually the loading overlay is not working because we didn't wrap this with OVX. So just cut this and wrap with OVX. Now the loading indicator will work perfectly. Now I'm going to clear the data.
Now you can see I have cleared all the data from the database, and then I'm going to add data here. Now I'm going to press submit button. Then you can see the progress indicator is showing. Now the data is added successfully. I'm going to check this data here. So we can see all the data added successfully. And when the data will added here, then I'm going to clear all the text fields. So now you can see all the data cleared successfully here, and the data is added successfully. Okay, so add student is working fine. Now I'm going to show all the data which is saved into our database. Okay, so inside view model I'm going to create one method. Just copy this and paste here also. And here we will pass query snapshot. Now here I am going to use for loop. Snapshot.docs. We want to fetch all the docs, all the data which is inside the docs. So here firstly I am going to create one variable here. And this will be the type of OPS, observable. So we will get the updated data. So here dot add, and here we will pass the model, and we will pass all the variable here. So we will add all the data into this list, okay, which we'll get from this student collection. And here I am going to use is loading dot value equals to true. If the all student is not equal to null, then it will automatically invisible, okay. So here I'll pass false, and here we will clear all the list. Now I'm going to run this application. Sorry, before this I'm going to student view, and here in the place of center I am going to use list view builder. Sorry, before this I am going to call this view model here. So final, and now I am going to use list view builder here. Here pass context and index. Inside item count we will use student view model dot all student list dot length, okay, this all student list, okay. Now I'm going to return our widget. So here I'm taking row, just copy this, and here we will use network image. Inside network image I'll use this, and then index dot image, and the height will be 50 and the width will be 50. So you can see our data is coming here. Now Okay, so now it's I think perfect. So here, and we will wrap this container with expanded. Okay, so here, so you can see our button is placed at the right corner. Now just copy this fetch all student and here paste this and cut this container in student view and wrap with obx and wrap this container with loading overlay. Is loading and then here student view model dot is loading dot value. Now run again our application. You can see the progress indicator is showing at the first time and then the list is loading. Now again I am going to add more data. Press on submit button and then we can see one student added successfully and then we can see Mayank is also added here. Okay, now I'm going to create the update student form page. Now here create dart file here, import material.dart and then take stateful widget here and go to add student view and just copy this all, close this add student and from here paste and go to add student file, copy this import and paste here. and change with update student. And here in student view, when we will click on any item, means in row, then equal, then we will use on tab, and here I'm going to use get.to and then pass update student here. So when we will hit this any item, then we can see we are in update student. Okay, but we want to update the particular student, means selected student data here in the name, email, password and the image. So I'm going to pass the data also. Just write argument here and then copy this and the index of every item. Now we will get the index all the data here. So here data equals to get dot arguments. Now I'll take init state here and then here name controller dot text equals to data dot name. So you can see the name controller is already added. If I select on Mayank, then you can see Mayank is showing here. Okay, so similarly for email password, and for the image file I am going to use yes, here use image decoration image, inside image network image, and then inside network image we will pass data dot image. Okay, and just save this, then you can see our image is showing here. Okay, now I'm going to choose another. So you can see if I selected on Amir and then select on image, then we can choose another image also here. Okay, I think everything is okay. Now I'm going to work on update to student. So change with update student on button click. When we will hit this submit button, then we will hit this method update student. So go to student view model here. Sorry, just copy this add student method and paste this and change with this update student. Okay, and then now the error has gone from update student phase, and here similarly we will get the download URL, and here change the message and here I'll use update. And what we want to update, then we can pass here. So if we want to pass name, and one more thing we need to pass from this method, from update student, that data.id. Okay, and here I'll pass, instead of unique id.toString, I'll pass id here. And here I'll pass this id which is coming from update student. Okay, and remove this model from here, and remove this also, and here I'll pass id, so our image, profile image, will not repeat again and again. Okay, sorry, we need to pass here. Okay, data.id. So you can see the error has gone. Now I'm going to check again, just control save. Open any student from here, and now I'm going to type some data. And just hit on submit button. And now I'm going to hit the submit button. So student updation, one student updated successfully. Now I'm going to back and then you can see the data is updated and profile image is also updated. Okay, now I'm going to update this Mayank. So you can see the data is updated successfully. I'm going back, and then you can see mayank@gmail.com. It is also updated successfully, so no issues are there now. Now I'm going to work on my delete button. Okay, so the delete button is in student view page. So here in the icon, when we'll press this icon, then we want to delete this particular student. So wrap this with inkwell, and then in the on tab I'm going to call method student view model dot delete student, and then here we will pass the ID of the student. So here just copy this and paste here, and then we need to pass ID of the student. It is showing error because we need to create method here to delete the student. And the type will be async. Okay, and here, so you can see the error has gone now. And now here await Firebase firestore dot instance dot collection, and then we need to pass the collection name. So the collection name is students, and then here we'll pass document ID, and the document ID is this ID which is coming from here. Okay, which is coming from here when we'll click this cross icon, and this will be the type of string dot delete. Okay, now here pass them, and then here when we will delete this, when the student will be deleted, then the message will be shown here, one student deleted successfully. And when, if the error occurs, then the message will appear here. Okay, so change the message here. And when we will hit this button, then what we will do, when we will hit this icon, then we will remove this item. Okay, so here I'm going to pass this. Okay, and just remove this ID from here and here also. Just copy this student model, paste here, dot student model dot id, and then I think it is fine. Okay, and then we will remove this item from here. And the object will be student model. When we will press this icon, then we will remove this item. Okay, and now okay, just run this. Now I'm going to remove this student. So and here we have 3 students, so now I'm going to press yes. You can see one student deleted successfully. Now I'm going to delete this user. Then you can see it is removed from the tree and then it is deleted successfully. So it's working fine. I think that's all for the video. If you like the video, then like, share and subscribe my channel.